Hello and welcome to Meyer MAPP's 3D assignment number 6. This is for students of New England School Communications at Husson University in the Speaker Systems Design and Optimization class. And in this assignment, you will create a simple but large venue and insert and display tour-sized line arrays. To optimize coverage, the arrays will be a hybrid mix of different loudspeakers, models, and sizes. You will also connect and use Compass, Meyer's loudspeaker processor control software, to recall delay, phase, and EQ presets for the various speaker elements. This will be the first of a series here of tutorial videos for this particular assignment. And of course, you'll want to follow along the PDF instructions. Non-students of NESCOM, I will put these instructions online, probably in the comments of the YouTube link for this first video, so you can follow along and complete the assignment yourself if you'd like. Note that the software does get updated a couple times a year, and hopefully this video lasts a few years. And so don't be surprised if the features change a little bit, and you'll probably be able to figure it out. Important notes. This assignment assumes that you've already completed some other earlier MAPP assignments, so I'm going to go faster in some features, so you'll definitely want to complete those assignments before tackling this bigger one. In this particular case, we're not working from an earlier file. We're starting fresh, which is cool. So I've got MAPP open and I'm ready to create a fresh file. But of course, MAPP is buggy. It always has been buggy. Someday, hopefully, Meyer will get it together and clean it up. What I do, and I will be demonstrating this during the videos, is I save very frequently, and I save as different version numbers. So I would start off and save your file as, at least for students, you need to save it as MAPP6, your last name, your first name, 01, and regularly you will want to save as new versions, 02, 03, 04, and when you have a problem, you can go back to an earlier version. Let me get started here. Let's do that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say create an empty project. I don't really care about that, but I do need to save it as appropriately. I'm going to right now just save it to a folder on the desktop. Actually, I have a place for this, so I'm going to put it in the right spot. MAPP number 6 rework. I'm going to make a folder here that says during video MAPP file. This is where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to call it, I just copied it a moment ago, MAPP6, your last name, your first name. So I'm going to update that and just say Fergie Eric. Cool. And it's 01 Fergie. That's good enough. You don't really care what I save it. So we've saved the file. I've got this blank file here. View presets. So let's get a couple view presets set up. Actually, I'm going to have to probably wait on that because the dimensions, you don't really know how big this venue is yet. So the fact that I'm going to store these various view presets as we have done in previous videos doesn't really matter until I actually jump ahead and make the venue prediction planes. Speeding up MAPP, this is important. I mean, I've said this in previous videos. The most important thing you can do is lock your layers. It will speed up MAPP's prediction. When you start getting a large venue, it's slow to predict. But in order to do that, you want to separate all your different elements out onto different layers. And I will be doing that throughout the video. So, separate your videos into your different architectural and your different prediction planes into different layers, and then lock your layers that are prediction surfaces. That's really important. So let's create these venue prediction planes. Project setting. I want to first get my project settings right. I'm going to set distance to feet, weight to pounds, and resolution, SBL resolution to 3 dB per color. That is under File Project Settings, or Command-Shift-P on a Mac. So we're going to go imperial here with feet, pounds. This is in the US. Sorry, everybody overseas. And then this is SBL. We're going to set this to 3 dB per color. It doesn't look as well, but it's easier to make seams that way. So apply, okay. And then what do I got next? We're going to create a new layer and label it main audience. So layers, add, going to double click it. Call it main audience. And of course my typing is never good. And there it is. And we want to open menu bar and insert a multi-level visual aid. So that's up here, insert multi-level visual aid. And this is a tool that you will use if you're out there building map files in the field. Say you're on tour and every day you have to build a map file for a new venue. This is the field you use, and you use your disto, your laser measuring tape, and anglometer. You make some key measurements of the venue, and you insert them. This particular assignment is really not going to focus on that. We're just going to copy the settings that are here. Oop, I just messed up. I wanted to zoom in here. Let's jump down to zooming in. And here we go. We got to see this file. We want to call it main seating plane. So let's do that. Main seating plane. And it's going to, no changes on the reference point, no changes there. But down here we've got some changes. Point 1 is going to be 15. Oops, I just messed up. I was live on the wrong document. It just zoomed in a whole lot. Come on, buddy. Get it together, Eric. Here we go. 15 feet. Let me type this time, please. Would you let me type this time? I really want you to. 15 feet by minus 20 by 100. Minus 20 by 100 feet wide. That's at the bottom of the venue. And at the top of the venue, it's going to be 250 feet away. It's a big venue. And the elevation is 7 feet, so it's climbed set 27 feet, and it's going to be 165 feet wide. So this is a big boy venue. And hit OK, insert, and OK. All right. Okay. Ignore that last thing. It warned us of something that was kind of irrelevant. We're going to make on the left under inventory, make turn on through and make it a prediction plane so you can predict on it. And now we're going to use the free draw tool, and I'm actually going to hit save because every time, and I'm going to zoom in. In fact, I'm going to take care of my zoom presets right now. I'm going to zoom in. I'm using zooming is up here. But I'm actually going to use on the Mac command period to do this. And I'm going to get this, pull the venue here. I'm going to go out of that zoom tool. I'm just going to kind of stretch the venue how I want to see it a little bit. And I'm zooming in some more. And I'm going to store this as view preset number 1. Just the fact I did this, stored it as view preset number 1. View preset number 2 is this, for me personally, is the side view. So I'm going to set that to left view. And right now, that's not going to, there you go. There we go. And just to show you, you can go back to view preset 1 and see what I had there a minute. Oh, that's view preset 2. And view preset 3 for me is top-down view. So top-down view 1. And I'm actually, there you go. And now, of course, I've got those other 2 view presets. And view preset 3 I don't use very much, but it's, front view typically. So there you go. So, okay, did the view presets, hitting save, going back to here. Next step here is we're going to draw the pit. So to draw the pit, we're going to use free draw, and free draw in map is the pencil tool here. So we're going to go to the pencil tool. Before we do it, let's make another layer for the pit here. Add, down here, double click. Not main audience, but double click the new layer, the pit. And now that pit is that layer is selected, you're going to go to the free draw tool, the pencil, and draw in a clockwise manner from point to point to point. It doesn't really matter how you do this because we're going to edit these values. When you want to close it, right click and say close geometry. Then it'll make a somewhat square-like object. And that's this step right here. And now we're going to edit the properties of that shape with these values here. And you can see we've got that selected and these values are up. So we want to mimic these. 14 minus 50 minus 5 is P1. 14 minus 50 minus 5. Next one's going to be 0 minus 50 minus 5. 0 minus 50 minus 5. Next one is going to be 0 positive 50. So 0 50 minus 5. 0 50 minus 5. The last one is going to be 14 positive 50 minus 5. So 14 50, minus 5. Sometimes you got to make sure those 50s are minus for 2 of them and not minus for the other 2. Now add or apply, and you can see what's going on there. That's cool. Let's make that guy, it seems to have lost I never named it. You can name it here. We'll call that pit, and we'll make that a prediction plane as well. And now we're doing pretty good. We've got the menu drawn. I'm going to hit save, and I'm also going to save as a new version now, so we can go back to this if I have some problems. So now I'm going to pick my Fergie here. It's going to say Fergie, Eric, number 2. Cool. So that's a good place to end the first video, and we'll come back and start entering in some loudspeakers. Thank you.